Now to the race for Chicago mayor. Less than 2 hours to go until the polls close.
CBS 2 anchors Dana Kozloff and Chris Ty are standing by with the latest from Brandon Johnson's campaign headquarters.
Joe, Erica, we have been talking all through this campaign about what's important to both the voters and, of course, the campaigns themselves. So much attention focused on schools and loss of population. But, Dana, bar none, the number one topic is safety and policing in the city.
Absolutely. And unlike Paul Vallas, who wants to recruit new police officers, Brandon Johnson has a very different policing approach. In the past, he had been a supporter of so-called defunding the police. But a week ago at our debate, he clarified his position.
I'm not going to defund the police. What I've said repeatedly is that the $150 million should be appropriated towards making sure that we are doing smart policing, which includes training and promoting and hiring 200 more detectives, implementing the consent decree, making sure that we are providing mental health services for police officers. That is a part of the budget.
Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson also, as part of his policing plan, wants to bring in higher mental health responders to answer some 911 crisis calls, sometimes without police, sometimes with an armed officer, depending on the situation.
And all of this a very different, stark contrast to Paul Vallas' approach. Tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll have a closer look at the time-honored tradition of the candidates heading to Manny's Deli. But for now, live at the Marriott Marquis in the South Loop, we're live here. We're going to be here all night. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you to you both.
Now let's head out to our anchors Jim Williams and Marie Saavedra. They are at the Hyatt Regency Ballroom on Wacker, where Paul Vallas will be tonight. Guys?
We are expecting about 1,000 people to be in this room a little later this evening, all in support of Vallas and in support of what he has made the centerpiece of his campaign as well, which is public safety. If it's possible that he's done it even more so in this runoff election, talking about how he would fight crime has been the number one focus. But his calls to improve public safety are not something that's new. We know that he was critical of Mayor Lori Lightfoot's handling of crime since well before he even declared that he was going to be a candidate for mayor.
Yes, he's been talking about having beat integrity, so-called beat integrity, officers patrolling smaller areas, hiring more police officers, trying to urge retired detectives to come back to the department, creating a CTA transit unit police group who will do nothing but patrol the trains and the stations and the platforms, and create an app that would allow CTA customers to call in or to text in problems on the CTA with crime and sanitation.
Right. We did hear him talk about public safety during our debate as well. Let's listen in.
What you need to do in all of our communities is you need to restore community-based social services. You need to open our campuses through the dinner hour school campuses on the weekends, over the summer and holidays, so the young people can be engaged in work-study opportunities. You need to have reentry programs for returning citizens, and you need to restore the concept of police integrity, or beat integrity, I should say.
Another part of the public safety plan ties directly into Vallas' economic plan. He's saying that people will not come downtown to State Street, Michigan Avenue, or to any of the other business corridors in the city if they don't feel safe to shop there, and businesses won't come to set up shop.
And stores can't stay in business if people go into the stores repeatedly and steal from the stores.
Right.
That we can't hope to have a vibrant, magnificent mile if people are unsafe.
He says that our safety should be an inalienable right to people in this city. We will see if voters responded to that as the numbers come in a little later tonight.
And he also makes the point, because he has been so heavily focused on the police response and what the police should do, he's been saying we also have to address the root causes of crime in the city. We have to invest on the south and west sides in particular.
We'll be watching the response tonight. Again, polls as they close, those numbers will be what we're pouring over. Joe and Erica, for now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we'll see you soon. Jim and Marie, thanks.
We'll have live updates starting when the polls close at 7 on our streaming network, CBS News Chicago. Then catch a special edition of the CBS 2 News at 10. Also, a programming note for fans of the FBI franchise here on CBS. Be sure to set your DVRs to overnight tonight. If severe weather interrupts our CBS primetime, we will be re-airing all 3 hours of the new FBI crossover trilogy starting at 1:05 a.m. It will also be available on CBS from CBS on Paramount+.